Well, first of all, I'd just like to say it was a tremendous honour when I went on This Is Your Life. A great honour. I was so thrilled, so delighted, and I felt very humble. And the lead up to me going on was I was on my way to umpire a cricket match in Durham, Yorkshire v Durham. I was stopped on the way, and somebody said they want to do a programme on you in Leeds on funny cricket stories. So I said, well, that's fine, I'll stop on my way up to Durham and I'll do it with you. I started doing these funny cricket stories, I just got going nicely, and then all of a sudden Michael Aspel came in with his red book, and he said, I said, what are you doing here? He said, Dickie Bird, this is your life. And I just couldn't believe it. I was absolutely stunned and shattered. I thought, oh, marvellous. And they got me in the studio, and relaxed me there with a glass of champagne, and then eventually they get you ready in dressing rooms, and I went then through onto the stage, and I was introduced, this is your life. And you're so thrilled and you're delighted, you know, and you're really stunned, really, and you see you're very nervous, and you feel very thrilled. I was very, very touched, you know, I felt very emotional. I was very emotional all through the show, and it was nice that my sister was there, and my nephew and my niece. They had Michael Parkinson as one of the guests, and I was very thrilled about that, because I started with him at Barnsley Cricket Club as a young lad. We started together, we opened the innings together for Barnsley Cricket Club, and that's how we started our careers. And it was not so nice to see that they got him on as a guest. You don't know who the guests are at all until you get there, and they come on one by one and they're introduced to you. Well, I worked in the fitting shop at Montbretton Colliery up to me being 19, when I signed for Yorkshire at 19. And they got my old pit manager on, Eddie Charlton, and I hadn't seen him for years and years and years, and I was surprised when he came, and because I introduced, when he shook hands with him, I said to him, I thought you were dead, because I hadn't seen him for so long, and it was not so nice that they got him to come as well. I think getting Garfield Sobers from Barbados, I mean, the greatest cricketer that's ever lived. You'll never see one as good in your lifetime, and there's never been one as good in history. He was an all-round cricketer. He was definitely the best, and for him to come onto my show, I was just delighted. And Viv Richards and Ian Botham, John Major, the Prime Minister at the time. That's why he paid a tremendous tribute on television to me. As a rule, he wouldn't have done anything like that, but he came specially for me, and I was so honoured, so delighted and pleased that he come, and he played a marvellous tribute to me. It certainly run longer. I think it run for about an hour and a half or something like that, with the guests they had, and you know, it was so nice to see all the Yorkshire boys, Yorkshire cricketers, come along. Freddie Truman, Ray Illingworth, Jeff Boycott, Brian Close, they were all Don Wilson, Philip Sharp, they all came for me, and it was so nice to see them all on the show, and they enjoyed it very, very much. I thought they selected a wonderful band of people to come on my show. I did, honestly. Oh yes, all the guests are invited to a party afterwards, and yeah, as I say, I stayed the night, so I was booked into an hotel in Leeds overnight, and I had to have a look to Durham the next morning. I never slept after the show, and I went up to Durham the next morning. I think I arrived at Durham at about 5 o'clock before the milkman. The milkman arrived just after me at the ground, so with the milk, so I was very, very early. I never slept that night. Well, I thought that Michael was a tremendous interviewer. He was one of the best of his era, and especially at that time. And I found him very easy to get on with. He made me very, very welcome. He put me at ease, and he was just the interview. I thought that this is right through. He was excellent. Completely, I couldn't have faulted him. He was tremendous, tremendous. I thought they did an excellent job. The producer, the researchers, everybody. And Michael Aspel just capped it all, capped the evening for me. Well, I got hundreds and hundreds of letters from all over the world saying how much they'd enjoyed it. People stopping me in the street, saying how much they'd enjoyed it. Even today, to this day, they say it's the best they've ever seen. This Is Your Life. They stop me today. Elderly people stop me in the streets, and they're still talking about it. This Is Your Life, and it's so nice that people remembered it and still talk about it today. Just amazing. Tell my life story brilliantly, and everybody, as you say, were laughing and joking on the show, and he cracked a joke and one or two, you know, it was just one from start to finish. It was, people enjoyed it, people were laughing, and as you say, cracking jokes, and it was a great show. Oh yeah, tremendous honour. As I say, one of my best honours, one of my greatest honours. I'm glad that they selected me anyway. The experience of This Is Your Life is a wonderful, wonderful experience. It's one that you'll always remember and cherish for the rest of your life. It'll always be there with you. And I have my red book, This Is Your Life. I have it on display in my home so everyone can see it, because I feel so honoured, so proud, and so humble, but thrilled and delighted that I was invited as a subject on This Is Your Life. It stands out in my life, and it always will do, as one of the great honours that I've achieved throughout my whole life, my career. It's one I shall always remember. And it's so nice to see that people are still talking about it. Oh.